spent the last 3 months heavily on TikTok for the first time in my life. And here's what I discovered, and here's why this will probably be my last post. Sorry if this is choppy. I'm reading off my iPad. I typed all this out at 3 a.m. The first one is kind of funny because I feel like if you're not ready to sit here and listen to a long video, keep scrolling. Please do not comment on my video listening to half of what I said. The first thing I wrote is, my attention span is cooked. I feel like I need to watch everything in 2x speed. I knew it was bad when I discovered Netflix has a playback speed option. I couldn't sit through Adolescence on Netflix and had to watch the last 15 minutes of the last episode in 2x speed. Even reading books is harder. I read and zone out, then check my phone. TikTok has become a reflex. I cannot wait to get off this app and reclaim my attention span because it is just so fried. Not only is it fried, my perception of the time in the day is fried because I look up and it's 3 o'clock. My day is gone. And I've spent like hours on TikTok. I had a few videos go viral and I realized how many other people's attention spans are cooked-er. By now, in this video, if you haven't already scrolled because I didn't immediately scratch that itch, you've clicked to read the comments, and if there aren't any, you're underwhelmed at having to painfully observe this video while being fully present. Or maybe you're extremely interested in what I have to say, but you need to speed me up or bookmark this for later. Or you're about to leave a comment saying, "So true," and continue scrolling, not finishing my entire video. The sheer amount of people who feel comfortable enough to comment on videos without being present with the content is scary. I made a video ranting about my horrible experience with a book return at Walmart and got both regular and snarky comments telling me about Walmart's price matching. The video was about my return. I got a few comments with people asking me the title of the book, which I stated at the end of the video. I checked the analytics and my jaw dropped. I got 20K plus views on my video and 0% watched its entirety. I don't care that people didn't watch my 7-minute rant. I care that people felt compelled to comment on the 1 minute of it that they did watch and then continue scrolling. That's what's extremely worrying. There's gotta be like some psychological, study done on how bad TikTok affects the brain and how people just aren't present in the things that they're consuming. I feel like that's social media period, but TikTok is so bad for it because of its short form content, like specifically video format. I don't know what's easier than to sit there and watch a video, but if you can't sit there, like reading a tweet, okay, I get it. I'll clock out after seeing a long tweet. If you can't listen to someone speaking for 7 minutes on a app, why are you commenting on 1 minute of the video? You know? It doesn't make sense. My next point is, I was painfully insecure as a teenager and in my early 20s. My confidence now is still the highest it's ever been in my life, but I noticed a huge difference in the self-esteem pre-heavy TikTok usage and post. I don't even consume that much vanity-based content, yet it still makes its way in. I'm much more hyper-aware of my appearance, and seeing some of the most viral videos be basically a testament to pretty privilege really does affect my psyche. I started to feel insecure about everything. My looks, my creativity, my lifestyle. TikTok is a scary place because it has the flashiness of Instagram behind the guise of content. So you may think you can consciously understand this isn't real or realistic, but you can't. Or at least I can't, no matter how mentally fortified I think I am. There's just no way to avoid the persistent narcissism this app encourages. I'm in no way shaming or being mean when I say this because I've done it too. But why can I see a video of someone speaking about a serious topic and the comments are all really sweet compliments, might I add, on my appearance? Not my appearance, the appearance of the poster. Body tea, you're so pretty, or even explicitly stating suggestive jokes that mention just how they're not listening to words you're saying. It's not normal. I really have to tell myself none of this is normal behavior, and I think it encourages people to value that outside validation more than anything. I used to post sparingly on here without caring about likes, but I found myself invested in the numbers. I felt like if I posted something that wasn't my face or me, period, TikTok wouldn't push it. I had this thought like a couple days ago too, because I was just thinking like, it's kind of not normal to just always be talking about somebody's appearance. Like everything, every single thing they post, you're just complimenting them. Oh, you look so good. Oh, your body looks so good. And it's always about body. Like there's a lot of body obsession on TikTok. I noticed that. And it's just, it affects you, you know? whether you consciously know it or even subconsciously. Like, I feel like I saw a big difference in that. Next, it's addictive. This is obvious, but my screen time was hitting record highs. No amount of scrolling felt like enough. I always felt like I was missing out on something. TikTok is like a fast fashion company, and how quickly and often it churns out the next trend. Apple pie, cheesecake. You say too late to start, got your heart in a headlock. The uptown, downtown. You immediately feel compelled to participate in these trends or reinvent them. The brain rot jokes aren't just jokes. I crave constant, ever changing stimulation in short, quick spurts. I crave the simplification of my complex thoughts and feelings. I was always a Twitter girly, so I would post like crazy to get my thoughts out and end up archiving them because, well, they were fleeting thoughts. But TikTok hates when you delete stuff, and the next video you post will be suppressed so your own followers can't even see it. Post more, but not too much. Get likes, but not too many. They purposely made it so that you see when a comment gets likes. It's training you to crave the little dopamine hit of a little red heart notification. Everything TikTok does is so sinister, in my opinion, and meticulously crafted to get you so deeply hooked. Be it on creating content, hoping to make money, hoping to go viral, hoping to fulfill that desire for some joy or happiness in this bleak world, etc. They put follower requirements on some of the best parts of this app because they want you to slave for it, and in doing so, get addicted to the never-ending itch. They prey on what you lack while training you to always feel and know that you in fact lack it. That's self-explanatory. I don't really have to elaborate more on that, but yeah. Next, everyone is so hostile, and nobody knows how to detect tone because of it. Creators are hostile to commenters because of how common, rude, and mean commenters are. Commenters are rude for multiple reasons. A lot are miserable, but a lot are probably on edge too because it feels like a hostile environment everywhere on this app. Again, I've had my share of participation, so this isn't to shame, but it's just to share. Next is TikTok Shop is the worst possible thing to happen to this app. Combining the two most addictive things into one and then creating more incentives like free samples for users who work diligently to build a following so they can turn around and sell it to us to make commission is sinister. Yes, it's great for small businesses who want to advertise and expand, but that's not what I see. It's silly things like mouth tapes or supplements or overpriced clothing. Consumerism, final boss type vibes. You could argue that's my interest, that's whatever, my For You page, but no, TikTok Shop is definitely a disease. So in conclusion, I will probably leave this account up. I'm not sure. I might just log out after this, but yeah, I'm gonna exit. Not that I'm some famous influencer who has to explain myself. In fact, I know there are like 3 people who honestly care, but I just wanted to share my experience before I left. I was always a casual, sporadic user of TikTok till the ban was near. I reactivated this account thinking the end was near and began scrolling more than I ever did in my life. Before I knew it, I slipped into a hole that had such a blinding grip on me that it's hard to even admit all this. I do have a second private account with a peaceful algorithm and no followers that I'll keep using because I don't have all these experiences on there. I use it like a search engine in Pinterest. And yes, you could blame all this on me, user error. I could just have more discipline or be more headstrong, but ask yourself why TikTok is one of the best, if not the best, social media app out there. We all learn the horrors of Facebook and how it's designed, so this isn't new. I hope me sharing this encourages you to observe your relationship with TikTok and note that this app is not free to use and it actually can cost you a lot. I'm so proud of myself. I read all that. Like, I wrote it. 3 a.m. I had this epiphany and I was like, I have to write this down. And I was like, how am I going to say all this? But I got it all out and now I can talk, I guess, for the last minute of this video about how. If you made it to the end of this video, congratulations, your attention span is not fried, or thank you for listening. But I hope you understand that none of this is me shaming anybody or shaming people who do these things or people who use TikTok. But I'm just at a point where I'm like, this is not normal. This is not healthy. This is not normal. I don't like it. And then the ban coming up again, the like hypothetical ban, because we all know it's not going to get banned. I thought this was perfect timing for me to just exit. Let me ban it myself because I had no idea how sinister this app really was. And like I said, you could blame me, sure. But no, this app was designed in a way to make you addicted. Addicted, insecure, angry, reliant. I wasn't supposed to be on social media, period, this year, but I somehow got sucked into TikTok. Out of all places, I never used TikTok. I was on Twitter like that, so yeah. Thank you for watching, and happy scrolling, I guess.